Hello everybody, I'm Marc Hall. Welcome to another edition of the iHigh Sports Show right here on the iHigh Video Network. It's the National City Boys Sweet 16 State Basketball Tournament edition of the iHigh Sports Show. And we had two great games on the second session, Wednesday night session. South Law Fairdale and Covington Homes and Paducah Tillman, both of them within 10 points of each other. The first one between South Law and Fairdale, the most exciting game of the day, as South Law and Fairdale went down to the wire, with the Cardinals pulling out a 48-46 win. It was close all the way. The biggest lead for both teams was 8 points by Fairdale, 34-26. The biggest lead of the night for South Law, only 3 on 2 occasions. And this was an exciting night. Low-scoring affair, just like the whole story of the day. Low-scoring, slow starts by both teams in all 4 games. Fairdale led 8-5 after the first quarter. South Law came back to get the lead at halftime at 21-19, but was outscored 15-7 in the third quarter to trail 34-28. But they scored 20 in the fourth to pull out the win, and Jordan Hammond got the big block at the buzzer on the three-point shot to seal the win, 48-46. And it was Jordan Hammond who was the big spark in this ballgame. He didn't score but 5 points, as Trey Smith and Ty Profit led the way with 21 and 17 points respectively. But with 2:24 to go in the third quarter, Jordan Hammond went down with a shoulder injury, and his team down 1 point. And when he came back, his team was down. They got down by as much as 8, but Profit hit 2 free throws in the last 5 seconds of the third to cut it to 6. And when he came back, the Cardinals went on a 13-4 run to open up the fourth quarter to get the lead. It seesawed back and forth from there, and South Law was able to prevail and move on to the quarterfinals on Friday afternoon, 48-46 over the 6th region champs, Fairdale Bulldogs. We talked to Coach Steve Wright after the ball game to get his thoughts about this team and these players playing together. And let's see what he has to say.
I think we get confidence from him. I think when he came back in, our other guys picked it up a little bit and stuff. And it just sometimes you just struggle. I don't care who you are or what the situation is. You look at Texas the other night. Was it UNLV or somebody they were playing?
USC.
Yeah, USC. They couldn't make an outside shot. They're a pretty good shooting team. So I just think sometimes it happens that way, and you got to fight through some games. You got to show some character and fight through and get through it. Give the other team some credit when they do a good job, and they did, and then fight through it and
survive in advance.
Survive in advance. It's what we did in the finals of the region, so we'll take it.
Good job, Coach.
In the second game of the night, the 9th region champs, the Covington Homes Bulldogs, taking on the 1st region champs, the Blue Tornado of Paducah Tillman. And again, this was mostly a seesaw game back and forth in the first half. Homes led 28-25 at halftime, but Paducah went on a very, very cold scoring drought in the third quarter, scoring only 4 points, and they just had 2 points within about 6 minutes of that third quarter before they finally hit a bucket there with under 2 minutes to go. And that allowed Holmes to pull out the victory, 57-48. Holmes moves on to the quarterfinals. Isaac McClure for Paducah Tillman did all he could to keep his team in it, scoring 19 points and grabbing 14 rebounds, a double-double for him. He only came in averaging 9 points, but he leads away with 19, the only player for Paducah to hit double figures. For Covington Homes, the 3 big guns, especially Austin Hill, who finished with 26 on the night to help his team get the victory. Perez Henderson made some big free throws down the stretch to finish with 12 points. And then the other player, Durant Jefferson, played the best floor game so far I've seen in the tournament, keeping his team in the offense and moving the ball up and down the floor. Jefferson finished with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Great floor game for him. Covington Homes moves on to the quarterfinals. Well, they'll take on South Law, and that should be a great ball game, folks. And Coach David Henley, after the game, talked about the win and his players and the way they played in this one to get this win. Let's see what he has to say.
I thought probably the biggest key was Josh Nelson. He did a great job on Stephon Perry. That's a guy that was coming in playing really well as the MVP of the first region tournament. And Josh just did a great job. And I think that was probably the whole key of the game. It was really good, and Josh did a great job. These 3 guys, obviously, Reds did a good job on David Jones as well. When you hold David Jones to 4, Stephon Perry to 8, that's pretty good defense. And those 2 guys just pretty much locked them up. And then we were really struggling to score in the first half. In Austin, I think, what do you have, 13 in the first half? And it seemed like we were stuck on 3 points forever. And, he got us going in the first half, and that shot he hit at the buzzer was huge. We felt like we really played about as bad as we could. But you got to give Tillman credit for that because they're really athletic and give you a lot of problems. But that shot he hit, as ugly as it was in the first quarter, for us to come out at the buzzer up one was big. And then, of course, Durant just playing 31 minutes, having the ball in his hands the whole game against that kind of pressure. What can you say about that?
Holmes over Paducah. The Blue Tornado, 57-48. So the first set of quarterfinal games is set. It'll be Adair County and Scott County on Friday, March the 23rd at 12 o'clock. And then it'll be South Law and Covington Holmes in the second game of the quarterfinals in that session at 1:30 or probably about 2 o'clock thereabouts. So 2 great games there should be. Well, we got 4 more games in the first round to talk about, and I'll do that shortly right after this. So stick around, folks. I'll be right back.